Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Riley, and today we have a cool review today. Well, I guess this is more of an update than an actual review, but we are going to be talking about the CZ Scorpion Evo S1. Now, I've had this rifle for quite a while, and when I say rifle, I do mean rifle because it does have a 16-inch barrel, so it's classified as a rifle. So, I think I uploaded a video a couple weeks ago of me shooting this out in the desert, so if you haven't seen that, I will have the link to that video in the description. This is just kind of a fun little setup I have here. Little weapon mounted light, little foregrip and stuff like that. And then a micro red dot. So this is, I actually just recently put this micro red dot on it, so I was zeroing it in, so this is the first time I was able to shoot it since I zeroed it in. And now I'm going to shoot it a little bit with the light, and you can see the cool smoke. If anyone's wondering why I'm putting the rifle up to my shoulder and back down, it's just to practice kind of, I guess like a draw, you know, having it at like a low ready and then bringing it up to ready to fire position. It's good to practice. So yeah, this is, I guess, more of an update. So this rifle, you can get it for around $900 to $1,000 brand new. I really do enjoy it. I really like it. And it's a blast to shoot, and I think that's so cool looking there when you can see the flashlight and then all the smoke rising out. It looks really cool. Now, this is the model that comes with a fake suppressor, so that's obviously not a real suppressor on the bottom. I wish it was, but it is not. But it's all good. It's still a really good rifle. Now, I'm not totally sure. I don't think it's completely fake. Now, I do think it does redirect some of the gases in the blast of the rifle forward, so I don't think it's like completely useless. Because I know they do make like some fake suppressors that you can screw on, and it literally does not do anything. But this one, I believe, does at least mitigate the gases and blast forward, so you can see sometimes when I'm shooting, everything gets blown forward, and there are a bunch of little holes for the gas to leave out of the fake suppressor at the front. So it's not all for looks. I believe it does have a small function. Now, like I said, it would be cool if I could get a real suppressor on here. That takes a while, like people probably know, so it might be a while before I can get a suppressor, but the thing is, suppressors are pretty universal. So say I bought a suppressor for this, I could also throw it on a 9mm threaded barrel for one of my SIGs or Glocks or something like that. So that's the cool thing, is you can put a suppressor on many different weapons. So it's the only thing that sucks is it takes like a year to actually get the tax stamp for the suppressor. That's the only thing I don't like, but other than that, you know, suppressors have lots of good benefits, especially, obviously, noise reduction. So the reason I want to do this update is because I have shot over 1,000 rounds through this rifle, and I really enjoy this rifle. It's definitely a great rifle, carbine, whatever you want to call it. It's definitely very nice, and I really do enjoy it. It's a pretty smooth shooting gun. It doesn't have a lot of recoil. It's pretty easy to keep it on target, especially if you want to do the double taps or rapid fire. It's fairly easy to keep this rifle on target. Obviously 9mm doesn't produce a whole lot of recoil, but you know, it depends on what your current setup is. I mean, if you're used to shooting like my other rifle setups have brakes on them, and if if you're used to shooting a rifle with a muzzle brake or compensated, this, and then you go to shoot this might feel like a little more recoil, but still, you know, like I said, 9mm is like nothing with recoil. It's pretty soft shooting gun. So these targets I'm shooting are pretty small. They're on regular printer paper, super small silhouette targets. I'm not silhouette targets, like you know, whatever they're called. Anyways, the targets are super small. They're just printed on like printer paper type size. So I'm not really going for accuracy or whatever. Honestly, don't care about my groupings. It's more as like, is the gun shooting where I'm wanting to shoot? How fast am I getting my sight picture? How fast am I pulling the trigger? That's more what I'm worried about. So I'm going to take a shot, bam, bring it down, sight picture, bam. So that's what a lot of people, and then I'm also focusing on recoil mitigation, how I'm holding the rifle. Am I pushing the rifle into my shoulder? Am I holding the barrel down so the muzzle doesn't flip too much? So like while I'm shooting, watch the end of my barrel and see how much recoil / muzzle flip is actually happening. And you'll notice it's actually not much at all. So those are important things you need to remember. All these fundamentals while you're shooting. You got to be like, am I holding it? Oh, look, there's a guy watching me back there. So you got to be like, am I holding it? You got to keep all those things into consideration. And see, that's why I'm practicing having my gun down and then bring it to ready, shoot. Down, ready, shoot. And that's really important, you know. So, I mean, you gotta practice that recoil control through all those things I was talking about. Just because you have a good trigger pull does not mean you're going to control the and the reason why we have different shots there at different, it's not all in one, is because I just had kind of I zero these rifles in at 25 yards, so if I'm aiming at center mass, I get different hits depending on the distance, but these are really small targets anyways, so if I was actually using an actual life-size silhouette target, that it would be good enough for me. So as the groups are only like an inch or two apart. So there's a 30 round magazine I'm using. I've actually never ever had a malfunction within the 1,000 rounds I've shot this rifle. No malfunctions. It's a smooth shooting, fun rifle, and it's very something about the ergonomics and the way you can hold this rifle. It's very enjoyable. Now, I wouldn't discredit that and say this is just a range toy, because it's not. You know, the CZ Scorpion, I definitely believe this is a firearm you can use for self-defense and actually, you know, defending yourself, stuff like that. Because a lot of people buy guns and they're like, oh, this is a range toy, I never use it in a realistic like shooting situation. But the Scorpion, I would say it's actually very it's very reliable, very ergonomic, very easy to shoot, and I would 100% trust my life and use this rifle as a valid self-defense rifle, and it's a lot of fun to shoot. So anyways, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I've enjoyed making it, I've enjoyed shooting this gun, so have a great day, everyone.